Alright, so here we are again on our Roll for Stats run. This is part 9 of this series, as we are at the mercy of a random number generator for our level ups. And I know I've said this every time, but just in case, for those that are coming on to this later. So the Roll for Stats run is basically a Dark Souls 3 fun run, where we do not get to pick how we level. We have a random number generator set to 1 through 9, so when it's time to level up, we will spend our souls on the level that is matched what number gets churned out of the random number generator. 1 being vigor, 9 being luck. So that way, we don't really have a say in how we level. We are strictly at the number generator's mercy. Now, for those that have been following this, we ended the series a day or so ago, I forget. We were at the Soul of Cinder when we stopped, and we were trying him out a couple of times, but we fell just short. One attempt, we actually got him down to a sliver of his second phase left, and we would have won, but I got grabbed and we got one-shotted right at the end. So we're feeling a little let down, discouraged, but we're going to come back and hopefully win it this time. Now, another fun point, I know I've just got a stat screen up and you're just looking at numbers, but I know another fun point that we talked about through the course of this series was, because we are at the mercy of a random number generator, we don't have the luxury of picking the outcomes or picking what we wish to level, more aptly. When we last stopped, I took a picture of it with my phone. When we last stopped, I was level 91, and I said, hey, I'm going to take a break. I'll do some power leveling, but I'll stick to the rules. I don't necessarily like it, but I do want to be done with the run, to wrap things up, and we're running out of embers. I don't want to go do ember farming. That's really boring. And I would essentially achieve the same thing, which is it would be time off camera, that you can't really verify. However, I did use the power leveling approach to help us wrap things up, and lo and behold, our vigor stat, as we talked about even if at the beginning when we were at Sullivan, if I went through and I power leveled, I felt like I wasn't going to actually get vigor. Because of how random numbers work, sometimes it favors towards the middle. And with 40 additional levels tossed into there, vigor went up 0 times. 0 out of 40 levels. With a random number generator, 0. So there you have it. Since we started this character, we have gone up 131 levels, or 130, depending on soul level 1. We were deprived with 10s across all stats. So on 130 rolls of the die, we only leveled vigor 4 times. That is insane. So when we talked about how it tends towards the middle, as you see the stats there, our strength and our dexterity, they really came out on top, which is fine because we're running this as a refined run. But again, that is the downside to using a random number generator, is it's going to favor the middle. I don't know why. I don't know if it's something, again, this is even with years of programming, it just does that. I don't know the exact details, but so our vigor, even with 130 levels spread across 9 stats, it was only selected 4 times. So, hopefully, I'm going to do a quick run here. Hopefully, with our additional levels, we've also upped our, because our strength and our dex got upped with a refined weapon. On C scaling, our weapon is now into the 400s. Another change that I made is I went back to the Undead Settlement and picked up the Flame Stoneplate Ring to give us a little bit of fire protection, because the boss is going to have fire and physical damage. I don't have just like a regular Stoneplate Ring, or whatever that is called. I'm thinking Dark Souls 1, so I'm a little off on what these are actually called at the moment. Anyway, I have Havel's Ring. I don't have any other rings that really matter for this, so I mean, it's not like it's pushing me to any tier. It's not as important. Chloranthy Ring, still for obvious reasons. Hunter's Ring, that's just giving us the boost. Because if we switch that... Whoop, hold on. If we were to switch off the... That's the wrong one. There we go. We would lose about 15 points of damage. So, and at this point, I don't have a substitute, so we'll take the 15 points. So, with all that being said, hopefully, now we can take on the final boss. Like I said, hopefully this will be rather quick. I'm still planning on using the Embers, because I want to do the Urea route. It also potentially helps because my HP is so low, having someone to help break aggro. So again, hopefully now we'll have quite a boost in our damage output with all these additional levels. Because I only have one Ember remaining. And we know for a fact the boss can one-shot us. Pretty sure it happened a couple of times. So, another fun fact, I'm doing this in the middle of the afternoon over like a lunch break with my job. And we are doing this in COVID quarantine, so my kids are up. No thank you. Gotta stay healed. So if I can get any interruptions, I apologize. Man, I'm just taking pointless damage. Huh. That was weird. Ah, 2 misses. I'm not gonna heal after that. Hopefully I won't regret it. Oh yeah, do that. Okay, spear time. Nope, not what I meant. There we go. Spin to win. Okay. Nope, thank you. Uh-huh. Okay. Not quite phase 2 yet. Nope. I was gonna say, I'm getting punished for that. Alright. Big swing. Come on. Okay. Just get him to phase 2. Ooh. There we go. That should get him to phase 2. So we're going to go ahead and buff up. the sky. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it wasn't for me. Woohoo. Heal that up. Nope. Oh, goodness. There it is. That was lucky. Let's give a wave of thanks to our friends. Lord of Cinder fallen. And finally our hip hip hooray! I thought there was a usurp option, or is it that you just link it? It's been a while. That's okay. We'll just skip the cutscene anyway. So there you have it. Dark Souls 3 in its entirety, at least for, you know, the main content. No DLCs. Like I said, I try to keep my runs just to the primary. Man, the DLCs are wonderful, wonderful fights. But again, I try to keep it to just the main storyline. To me, that way, in case you want to try out these runs yourself, all you need is the base game. You don't need to go through the DLCs, although they are totally worth it. Some of the most fantastic fights in the series. So, there you have it. Final tally, level 131. We did do some power leveling, just like I said, because we could have probably pulled it off if I had saved some more of my embers through the run, so that I could have, you know, kept doing that. Let's go pick up Uria's loot. Since we're here, albeit I doubt this character will survive long now that he's finished the run. So, like I said, a fun little spin on how to play Dark Souls 3. Would I recommend it? If you're looking for something different. But again, the biggest challenge is going to be you have to be very comfortable with that low vigor stat. Because at least this take on it, I mean, we could try across hundreds of runs, and I'm sure it would come out basically even. But it tended towards the middle, which is a trend with using random number generators. So, hope you enjoyed this little run. We managed to get it done in 9 parts. We could look at a final tally on our character screen here. So, about 18 hours worth. It's not too terrible. Average runs are a little shorter than that, but we did add probably about 4 to 5 hours onto it in our power leveling that we just did before this segment. So anyway, thank you again for joining us. If you watched any or all of this fun run, I appreciate you regardless of how much or how little you did see. If you had fun, great, then feel free to let me know. I will be archiving this part, as I've done with the others, onto YouTube. If you wish to leave a comment, I am checking them. And again, thank you very much. We appreciate you taking the time. So for now, the Roll for Stats run is over. Time for us to say our final farewells for this. And thank you again.